Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Bitcoin report for the Saturday the 22nd. So this is just a bit of a quick update to just to chat about this particular pattern down through here. But I want to start from the beginning here because I've originally had it as wave 3 up here with an A and a B and a C here for wave 4, but it's pulled down too far, so we can't realistically use this wave 3 here and this wave 4 here for this. I'm still quite happy with this being a B wave because of the size of it. So then we would have to look at this as a C wave still coming down here further in this instance, and it means that it would need to count this a little bit differently in here as well. So with that in mind, I also started to look at it as a wave 3 here and a wave 4 here, because I understood that this was a corrective pattern up through here, and the safe trade was if we took any of these highs out, we could have gone to that high, then the second high, and then the third high here. I moved in with 50k here, but I exited on the just in here on the break of this. If you're still short in this, by the way, which I know a few folks are, from the 56,000 area up here where we had a short, then just bring your stop down on top of these highs here. Now, so just to rejig this a little bit, I was looking at it like this on this chart here. So still keeping the A and the B wave here for a moment, because it's just too big for a wave 2. It's possible, but it took more time to do that than it did to do that, and that's very unusual. So I think what we'll do is we'll start counting it like this here. This is just an idea. So from wave B here, we look at wave 1 and 2 here, and then instead of having wave 3 here like I had it before, I have wave 1 here and wave 2 here. And then all of this here counts quite nicely as 5 waves in here, because I've been through all of this on a tick chart, so I have confidence in what I have here. And we're looking for the wave 4 here. So when markets really fall out of bed like this, then they can rally higher than the 50% and all the rest of it. So they get a bit really volatile. But I'm still happy with the wave 4 here. It's not like it's overlapping wave 1 over here and all the rest of it. I may have to lift this all up 1 degree of structure as well, so I'll give that some thought. So I'll just have to lift 1 degree, lift everything 1 degree higher. But for the sake of the count here, so that leaves us just looking at this at 20,000 here for this. So that would be wave 1 here, 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, and wave 5 here for wave 3, then wave 4, and then wave 5 here. So what we also got to kind of time a little bit as well, just not that, with Ethereum, we want to kind of get them reasonably close together. Their tops were a month apart, so to speak. But with Ethereum, if I just bring that across here for a moment, so Ethereum had the top much later here for this, but this count here we can look at as 1 and 2, because you see how short this was here, how many days it was compared to this, so it was shorter. It's just right. So 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave, fourth wave and fifth wave down here. But that's going to leave us with, let me just label this here. So down here somewhere on a new low, we will put this here as wave, probably wave, could be wave 1, but wave A. And then we'll look for wave B to come back up. And then there'll be a wave C. And I know this because we will have, from the top, we'll have 5 waves down here. So that means that once this market pulls down to 1,500 or 1,000 down here, then we'll have if I just take this from roughly the top here, not that it matters too much, we'll end up coming back up into this space here for wave B, and then down for wave C at that point. So just clear this up here. So this is what we're thinking, somewhere down here, and then a B wave and then a C wave coming even lower at that point. Now I know that you may say that's not the case, but I'm here to present an Elliott wave case only. So far as I can see, that we have 5 waves down here. So the good book says that we'll have a 3-wave correction and then another 5 waves down. So we're certainly the bubble burst and the crash is on its way, so to speak. So yeah, so the timing, this one down here, because when markets, Ethereum had this 1 month later. So in a bull market, different sectors do different things, of course. But when it comes to bear markets, it's a real fear factor. So markets seem to gel together when they fall. So looking at this structure down through here, we need to time that with Bitcoin a bit. Now we also need to talk about this little correction in here, because we could get a triangle out of this. I won't do it on this one here, but we'll do it on this one here. So it's still possible to get. I understand that this is corrective here, but it's still possible that this can come down to the 61.8%, we're probably about there now, and have some sort of triangle pattern coming through here. Now, I don't know if it's the case. I'll just remove that there. If that was going to be the case, then we'll see something like this come into play here and then drop down through to there. So not a lot of difference in everything that, is not going to affect your overall end goal, so to speak. It's either that or we just come straight down into this base here somewhere. We should be taking that low out because this is a corrective pattern. So yeah, I think that we're down about the 20,000 here for this. I mean, I also see it as a pretty exciting opportunity as well, because I still, even that video that I did quite some time ago, where we had, where we looked at all the, from the sort of beginning, we looked at all the bull markets. There was a good dozen of them or so, and really that's all we're going through at the moment. And the people that can hold on to their Bitcoin and go through all of this and come out the other side and buy more down the bottom, then we'll go back up again at some point. So I'm going to hang in there with all of mine, with my nearly 4 Bitcoins, but so hopefully I could pick up a lot more in all of this down here. So all good. Okay, so let's just go to the hourly chart and just look at this particular correction here a little bit. That didn't really go to the hourly chart. So where is it? Yeah, probably better off on the tick chart, really. So from this low to the top here, this is the 61.8%. There is a case for wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for this, but we'll probably end up sort of a bit lower here. But there is a possibility for a triangle to be in this space. So we'll just need to be. Probably best not to think of it as a bull market at that point, because we looked at this being corrective here. We'll go to the tick chart now and just bring in a bit more data here for this. So this move to the upside here, as you know, we've got that as wave A and B and C wave through here. So we can look at it as an A wave, a B wave, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the C wave here. That's the 50% retracement level, that's the 61.8% retracement level, and that's the 78.6 retracement level. So it can drop down here further for that. And if that's the case, then we'll just go over this for a moment, shall we? So we could just label this here with wave A here. It's a reasonable bet that this could be a triangle pattern, but I don't know. There's no way of actually proving it, But that's what it would look like anyway. And we've seen triangles here before, so this would be 3 waves here, 3 waves here. They'll be getting smaller and smaller as they play out, and then they'll drop from that point there. Otherwise, we'll need to look at this move down through here, this first move here, as wave 1 here. And then wave 2 here. And so on. And then this wave 3 coming down into this space. And 4 and 5 and so on down. But either way that you look at it, this 30,000 will be broken at some point. And then we have to look at the levels below that. So, of course, these are all the next levels here for this. So we could quite easily end up below 20,000 for this. You know, so I've got a fair bit of Bitcoin, and how am I feeling about it? Well, like I said, I've sort of got to the point before that I think, I mean, I'm okay about it, because for me, I'm taking a 10-year view. So, so nothing, you know, and taking a 10-year view, and I know that the market's going to have these 80% swings. So all I need to do really is just keep dollar cost average buying, but I won't buy any at the moment because and hold them. You know, I picked up 50k here, then got out here for this, because if it moved up from that we could have maybe looked at this as a bullish pattern at that point, but it wasn't to be, and that's okay. So it's pointless me buying some here, because I know that this is going to be taken out. So I'm better off just saving my money and looking to purchase further down here. So that's what I will be doing. So I don't need to dollar cost average, because I've got a bit of a skill set. There's no point in me buying something when I know it's going to go down further at this point. So yeah, hopefully we can pick it up at 20,000 and maybe even lower. So I think that the bottom of all of this, we should really tie into Ethereum. So we'll be looking very closely at the 5-wave structure that comes into here, and the timing of it as well, and when it ends at that point. So it does mean, though, that, you know, thinking about it again, this move down through here as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. Now, will that happen to Bitcoin as well? Will this C wave be going down here? Well, Bitcoin could be going up while this is going down, because that's what we experienced in reverse before, didn't we? We looked at Ethereum going up and Bitcoin going down. So I don't think we should get stuck on them too much like that. So one of the first things that we'll be like considering is back to the back to this 2-hour chart here. You know, we've already got our A wave and B wave in here, so we could actually have a low into this here. So I will be buying down here, and I'll buy on the way up here. But in this case, I may look to take some profit if we end up with a very obvious correction as a B wave or a larger wave 4 pulling back, and so on and so on. So I'll look at that. But I really think this is a fantastic opportunity to purchase down in this, you know, down in the bear market low here. And, you know, we may get as low as 10,000 and so on with all of this. We'll see. But yeah, I see it as more of an opportunity than a sort of a destruction. So anyway, that's just me, and I have my plan, and it's in my head. So I'm emotionally and financially I'm okay, because really I've only put 100,000 in, 120,000 in all of this. And when I go back to the 4-hour chart here for a moment and look at, let's go back. I mean, I started all these little blue dots down here, down around 10,000. This is where I started buying all the way through here. So all these blue dots through here. So that's really what I've been doing. And yeah, I could have sold up here and all the rest of it. And I know that this was 5 waves here. So I know that after the B wave, I could have, you know, sold it at this point and down here. But as I mentioned on social media, is that I also wanted to go through the journey of all of this as well. I want to be a part of this, and I want to experience the bear market. And the $100,000 is not life changing for me. So yeah, so it's not a biggie. So it's kind of interesting to be in the thick of it with others, really, and also know too, just yakking away, is that, you know, as I've mentioned before, that all the people that have made money out of Bitcoin, I mean serious money, well, they've held through all these things before. So I think that, you know, that's one of the aspects that you're going to have to get used to as well with all of this. And that's what I'm doing for myself. I'm educating myself, and I'm experiencing it, and so on and so on. So you might think I'm a bit of an idiot for that, but yeah, those people that are that have, you know, been in the market since, you know, 210 and before that, and after that, and the people that have sold all the way through don't have very much Bitcoin really, or money in that regard, but the ones that haven't moved and budged and believed in the code, then they're the ones that have profited. So they've been through all this before, so they are not going to be shaken out of this. So I'm taking a leaf out of their book, and I'm not going to be shaken out of this either. I'll use my skills to improve my situation, of course, and yes, I will make mistakes, and you can point your finger at me and throw things and all the rest of it, but just letting you know where I stand, that's all. So anyway, enough waffling. Sorry to bore you to death. Cheers.